They're not sending their best. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us.
Hello and welcome to They're Not Sending Their Best. Tonight, we're going to discuss Lauren Boebert. I'm Tim Phillippe, and with me as always is Andrew Turner. What's up, buddy?
Hey, brother. I'm not feeling my best because you're about to dog on my one true love.
I know, Andrew, you cannot change Lauren Boebert. You cannot fix her. Oh, you know.
We could go to Beetlejuice musicals together. She can give me handies while we smoke vapes. I just have to turn into a leftist.
Honestly, you could succeed. She seems to be easily brainwashed, as we're going to get into. But
10 minutes with me and the manifesto, and I'll change her. I promise, audience.
I feel like 10 minutes with anybody with the manifesto should do the job, but apparently people don't want to listen. Or
hey, Lauren, so this is called dialectical materialism. Can you say dialectical materialism?
I want to go see Beetlejuice again. That's not how she talks.
Okay. That is kind of, that was not a bad
does she have an accent?
Yeah.
I actually never
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like she puts that on.
MTG has a really big one.
Well, because she's from Georgia.
You don't remember.
Yeah.
But Boebert has a bit of an accent. Yeah, she has a drawl to her.
Oh, yeah. I guess Colorado people do have kind of an accent. I don't know.
Is she from Colorado though?
I think she is. Yeah, she's from
one podcast about.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, she's. I actually don't know where she's from. I just know she's lived there, and she just switched parties, or not switched parties, switched districts. She switched parties to where? But now let's get into her.
She
and
was
why.
Born in Florida, Tim, as all great American patriots.
Yeah, it's true. I was born in Jersey, but that doesn't necessarily make me from Jersey. But it does. I would say her being born in Florida makes her.
When she was 12, her family moved to Denver, like a Denver.
Good for them.
So
and Denver never recovered.
The girl can leave. The girl can leave Florida, but Florida cannot leave the girl. It's an example of Lauren Boebert here.
That is the best description. She really is kind of like a a misplaced Florida
She's a Florida
person.
woman.
Like I've met a lot of Colorado folks. They're pretty chill. Even the Republicans are kind of chill. They just like their horses and
you get high and you hang out near mountains. It just happens.
Yeah, you get high, hang out, ride a horse, go to a ranch. Doesn't matter. Like no, she is truly like the most Florida-y Florida person that ever did Florida. But as we're getting into it, especially because she loves QAnon. If you didn't know, is QAnon still around, or are they just what is that? Just MAGA at this point? When's the last time you've heard anything from QAnon?
They've always overlapped. Yeah, I mean, so. I will say it's definitely still around. It's definitely still a thing in the conservative base because I've heard talk of it, on TikToks and stuff with the crazies. But like the last big news story I remember about QAnon is the Dallas convention.
Oh, with with John F. Kennedy Jr. supposed to show up. Well, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, like the grandchild of. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, it was supposed to be like John F. Kennedy and his son, who were both actually dead, were going to show up and endorse Trump. And then John F. Kennedy's son was going to be his vice president. And they waited for months, like at a hotel in Dallas, like the hardcore crew.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow. Dude. Wow. Good for the hotel for ranking in all that money. Well, I don't mean to, congratulate capitalism.
It was 2021, so it was 2 years ago was the last time I heard about a big story. This is the Dallas Morning News. I don't have any money, Dallas Morning News. I'm sorry. I really want to read this article, though.
We don't need to worry about that. But they apparently...
But yeah, essentially, they stayed there for months on end, waiting for their prophecy to be fulfilled, which it was not. But she is a QAnon, at least whistleblower. Yeah.
Like her quote on that is everything that I've heard, and it was from Business Insider. Our sources are in the description. Everything that I've heard of Q, I hope that it is real because it only means that America is getting stronger and better, and people are returning to conservative values.
You gotta do the voice. From now on,
it's like this. Okay.
That's what I want.
Everything I've heard of Q, I hope that this is real because it only means that America is getting stronger and better, and people are returning to conservative values. Oh, no, I got it, but I got to be more Karen-y with it though. She's Queen Karen. Like
she's angry. Like, yeah, you can hear anger in her voice for sure.
Yeah, she's always got to talk like she stopped, like does the pause. Like whenever I watch her talk, she's always like, so she's already at a 10. She's always at a 10.
To your manager.
Yeah, she came out asking for the manager. I swear to God. So she's also and we're discussing Lauren here because she's bad for America. She's not their best, and she's truly is bad for the country and bad for you constituents. And well, not in Colorado's 4th anymore. You guys lucked out there.
A fashy, I would argue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're not supposed to say that word on YouTube anymore, so she might be the washy nashy. I don't know what to call him.
Fashy is fine. YouTube doesn't know what fashy is yet, so you figure it out, kids.
Well,
the kids
she's
know,
a fashy.
The adults don't know.
She's very fashionable. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Colorado's 3rd's problem now, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, so she's also kind of a bit of a Karen, like I said. In August 2022, Boebert's neighbors in Colorado called 911 after Jason Boebert was accused of running over their mailbox during a dispute. So, well, I guess that was her husband, but still, I think they've actually divorced since then, which, they've actually, no, I know that they've divorced since then.
Yeah, they've divorced because he used to have like a bar that was like conservative themed that went under.
Where did I leave the
another like bubble on screen.
I don't know what's happening. We are recording with my
this is
phone.
Staying in. This is staying in.
And yeah, no, it's staying in because I'm not going to bother editing it out. I'm switched to my iPhone camera because it mirrors and basically someone is either watching us record or we're getting random likes and I don't know what it is. So Bob, the FBI agent, or someone I'm accidentally live streaming to. I hope you're enjoying this because
number one fan.
Yeah, let's man, I'm actually kind of worried that we've been live streaming, but hey, great.
Say lovey.
I haven't said anything wrong, I don't think, other than a very mean rant about Republicans earlier, which
90% of our editing is cutting out jewel hits for me. It's not from actual problematic things we say.
Yeah, if you see a jump cut, it's because Andrew just took a pull of his jewel. I'm like, son of a bitch. YouTube's gonna fucking not let us on there. No, okay, yes, he did. So he owned a restaurant. She came to prominence when she started, shouting, and because her husband in the area owned Shooter's Grill, or she owned Shooter's Grill with him, I think.
Shooter's Grill.
Yeah, it was. I think you had to have a gun to walk in.
When she started shouting, like she just woke up one morning and was like, "I'm going to yell shouting. Reactionary talking points."
Well, about abortions and guns. And if memory, and I don't have this written down, but if memory serves, she tried to have a policy you had to have a gun to even enter the bar and grill.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
I fucking love this country.
This specific husband too, I think, is on a sex offender list for exposing himself to a child.
Cool.
So
cool.
like,
he did that in a bowling alley. If I remember right.
Yes, and that's not written here. I don't know why they didn't include that in their article.
I think he was in high school too, or he was like in college. Like he was young. I'm not saying excusing him. I'm just saying that like, it was probably a young dumb move. It wasn't him like assaulting a woman. You know what I mean? Like holding someone down and
he still is a gross person.
But he did. Yeah, he did flash. He did flash another child when he was a child, if I remember correctly. But he may have been an adult too. I don't know. We need to look more into that. Anyways, next thing.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, she's also like, I'm just gonna say to Colorado's 3rd and now 4th. She's not very electable because she almost lost her seat by barely winning by 546 votes. I know I said that weird, but she only beat the other guy by 546 votes, and that was after like 2 different recounts. And at the end of the day, the Democrat just said, "Fuck it, I'm out," and just conceded. But so much so, and you know what? Screw it. I'll get to that now. She just switched She switched districts because she has a more favorable chance in Colorado's 4th, where she does not live. And because the Republican there is retiring, and they are more staunchly Republican than Colorado's 3rd, which more leans Republican, but you got a centrist Democrat running there who people like. And again, she barely won that last election. So she's running scared and running away to a new district, which again, does not live in, and you don't have to live in your district, apparently either in Colorado or in the United States to serve as their congressperson. You're muted, by the way. I don't know if you're talking, but
I'm agreeing with you. In most states, you do not have to be in your district to
really.
run.
That's fucking stupid. That should be. I mean, I get because then you end up thinking even. It doesn't surprise me because you got Eric Adams in New York who fully lived in New Jersey and did not live in New York. And I don't even think still lives in New York, but is now the mayor of New York. You got who was Frank Oz, not Frank Oz. That's Yoda. Dr. Oz, who didn't. I don't think he lived in Pennsylvania, right? When he was running.
He didn't. He didn't even live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he was living in
he said
somewhere
he did,
else, but
his record showed otherwise.
He's full of shit.
I think it was Jersey or New York. I mean, which makes sense. He was filming a show regularly.
Yeah, again, that's fine. So don't run for senator, douche. But sorry, am I going to get canceled by YouTube because I called him a douche? He is a douchebag. Fuck that guy. I'm gonna, 2024. I'm not going to hold back anymore.
This is feisty Tim. This is the feisty Tim here.
I'm going to be mean Tim again. I used to be mean
2024. Tim. You're the mean Tim. I'm in for it. I want to see.
Speaking of Maine, she apparently also, Lauren, covered up some abuse, maybe. And that's why I have to say maybe and allegedly right here. And I'll read the
allegedly
because, but December 2022, the Boebert's teenage son called 911 to report that his dad was throwing him around the house. Jason Boebert, the son, said nothing physical happened. Jason told Insider that he had gotten into an argument. Oh, sorry, Jason's the dad. My bad. Yeah. Said nothing physical happened. Jason told Business Insider that he had gotten into an argument with the teen, but nothing physical happened, blah, blah, blah. In the police log from the incident, the officer said Jason said he got into a verbal argument with his son and told him to go to the farmhouse to be with his mother. The teen said he wasn't sure why he said his dad hurt him, but he was upset. So that's what the police log. Yeah, this is all alleged. But there's a 911 call that sounds pretty fucked up.
Well, I'm not going to tell you somebody who's suffered abuse from his father, physical abuse from his father. Like, of course, that's what you say to the police when they show up. Like, your dad just threatened to hurt you more or hurt people you love if you tell the cops that he did a crime.
Yeah.
So I don't really trust a child when they say, no, I'm not being abused after they reported abuse. A lot of the time, I think that needs to be further investigated almost always because they're going to change what they have to say if they're confronted by their abuser. As most adults do too, by the way. Like, that's why intimidation is a crime in itself. But yeah, I mean, that's disturbing as hell. Yeah. On a lighter note, before we move on to the next topic, if you spell your name Jayson, you are inherently a horrible person. Yeah. And like if I was named Jason and I spelled my name that way, if my mother had done that to me as a curse because she felt like I was an inferior child, like Tyrion Lannister, I would change my name.
Sure.
I would change my name to Jay or Jason normal. Yeah. Like I would not be Jayson. That is a crime.
If Jason Skywalker in Star Wars, who in the books turned into even a worse Sith,
he has a Star Wars name. Yeah, you're not allowed to have a Star Wars name in real life.
I know, but it's in Star Wars. But he still turned out to be worse.
Andrew Monchok. Like,
yes, but to your point of like being the most
Andruu.
spelled, but to your point of them, Jason's being the most evil. Jason Skywalker turned out to be worse than Darth Vader and the Emperor, I think, and more power because he was like Leia's son. I think I don't remember how it goes. I hope you find this interesting because
Master Andrew. Yeah, good to see you again. I'm liking this. I actually want to walk around in robes and get called Master now.
Yeah, there you go.
That really says something about me.
We had to break up the conversation about this Karen lady, everybody. Sorry, but go watch Star Wars or go read Star Wars. It's fun. Still don't understand why right wingers like it. It's true. They're making Star Wars too woke was a tweet I saw the other day. I'm like, have you? You know that they're the Empire's the fascists, right? Like, I mean, my God, I don't get it.
I mean, they're America and the rebels are Vietnam. Dude, Lucas has literally said this.
Well, same thing with like why right wingers like Star Trek. I'm like, are you watching the same Star Trek that I'm watching? I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, Star Trek is openly leftist. Like Gene Roddenberry was a socialist.
I know. I'm hoping it's osmosising or whatever into your soul, and maybe it'll make you a better person. So keep watching Star Trek, right wingers. It's
either fantastic. Way. Somehow Lauren Boebert returned. Yeah, and with that in mind,
Somehow Lauren Boebert returned. God, I'll never forgive J.J. Abrams for that one. And I liked those movies. I also liked that one. But God.
And sometimes you're wrong, Tim, and I admit that.
I'm not wrong that I like them. Are they good? I will concede that they're not that good. I like a lot of bad movies. I watch Overdrawn at the Memory Bank at least twice a year. If you don't know what that is, just watch the Mystery Science Theater version. Okay. Anyways, so Lord,
he's wrong. He's wrong.
Because I zoom you in, that's gonna zoom in straight onto your glasses, and I'm not changing it.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Perfect.
So okay. Now her twice now. She's also Lauren, as you know. This is about Lauren Boebert. The girl who Andrew will fix, Queen Karen of the Wild.
God, I hope I don't make this into a meme. I hope I didn't just meme myself.
If we can get you memed as I can fix Lauren Boebert, that would be amazing. But no, unprofessionalism with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Her and Marjorie.
Those two?
Yeah.
But they're the highest of class.
Know. They apparently, according to the Daily Base, they got into a screaming match in the bathroom about last year, almost to the day when Kevin McCarthy barely won.
MTG is a real one, and she defends her man. All right, she defends her man. And what I'm saying is allegedly her and Kevin McCarthy are sleeping together. That's what I'm saying.
Tell me is that a real rumor? Like, or are you making that up? It's you know what? I believe it. You heard an allegedly thing here, an alleged thing here first. That is not necessarily true. But
allegedly.
Man, just like I mean, if she can, if we can say she can talk about Jewish space lasers, we can talk about the for sure affair she's having with Kevin McCarthy, allegedly for sure.
Allegedly for sure. We just talked about this. You can't do that. You just talked about it.
I said an allegedly for sure. Does that count? I'm also a comedian, so I get to play that.
It is
card.
for sure allegedly. Yes.
It's for sure allegedly. It's what I mean. Come on.
Yeah.
Just because you stupid cucks don't know my words doesn't mean I don't know. That's
shit. We just became a right-wing podcast.
Yeah. So okay, and again with Marjorie, later in the year in June, two sources said they witnessed an exchange between Boebert and Marjorie, saying Greene told Boebert, "I've donated to you, I'm defending you," and called her a bitch, and you copied my articles of impeachment after I asked you to co-sponsor them. Wait, so she's mad that she plagiarized? She did her own articles of impeachment? Is that what Lauren put her own out? And
yeah, they all put up their own articles versus Joe Biden.
Okay,
and MTG saying I put mine up first and then you copied it.
Oh my God, that's
like
so
high
mean
school
girlsy.
level.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
it's so Mean Girls.
Oh,
it's so Mean Girls. And to be a fly on that wall, it'd be to be a dead fly because I'd kill myself. But that being said,
yeah, dude,
I like that sounds like every definitely like back and forth between plastics that I've ever heard. Like,
yeah,
for sure.
The plastics, yes. So, and our last bit
Stop
of why
trying to make Fletch happen, Tim.
Why one more reason why she is just simply bad for America is she again, as I said, she switched her district. Like she is, and she's doing so because she's complaining that, and this is the sweetest irony, as I'll mention it in a sec, why, that dark money is the reason she had to do it, because Ryan Reynolds and Barb Streisand are...
Hard cut. 1 sec. You glitched out.
Oh, I glitched. No, I'm okay.
Okay, cool.
Audience, did you see one? Let us know in the comments. But she...
You'll see in editing.
Yeah. I'm not editing it. But... You get the good with the bad, audience. Deal with it. All right. You know, this is
true.
free crumb tube ready for you. All right. But she,
do you feel like crumb tube's going to come back to haunt us too?
I don't know. Probably. You coined it.
Sounds a lot like cum tube.
Crumb, you got bread
you gotta make
crumbs.
that a hard R.
You've got
which is
R
usually
crumb.
not a suggestion in audience when in any word. Don't normally make things a hard R.
Don't ever
But when
make
it comes
things
to
a hard
crumb
R.
tube, you really make
Crumb,
that R. It's
not come to.
yeah, it's like an I before E thing. It's an exception to the no hard R rule.
Yeah. Oh Lord. So yeah, as I was saying, she switched her district, but she's saying that elites like Ryan Reynolds and Barbara Streisand are the ones giving dark money and donating to Democrats, which are helping her lose. Or maybe it's just your
typical Ryan Reynolds
words.
win.
Oh yeah, because the Canadian is really making that big of a difference to get you unelected because you are just. I mean, I keep calling her Queen Karen because it's just like. Every example, like, I mean, if you asked Midjourney, and you know what, Andrew, do this tonight, just have Midjourney make a brunette Karen with glasses and see how close it is to Lauren. I guarantee you it's going to come out that way.
Oh, that's
like
a good TikTok. We should just do that.
Yeah. Like
we should just be like,
how close is it? Like, because it's like we could just describe Marjorie Taylor Greene, describe Lauren Boebert, and see how close it gets. Because it is. It's that she's that predictable, and her personality is just that. But regardless of her being a Karen, that's not why she's bad for America. Like, she's just bad because of her policies, and that's why she was losing. It's not Ryan Reynolds' fault. It's not Babs's fault that she's like. Losing her election because of money. Like, sure, Democrats earn Republicans sometimes, but again, I should remind everybody that Lindsey Graham under-earned his opponent back in 2022 by $500 million practically.
Yeah, you could win an election without having the most money.
Yeah,
it's not
so
the common
the dark
rule,
money
but it can be
isn't
doable.
the thing, Lauren.
Yeah.
You're just bad at your job, and no one likes you. And you're going to the one place that's so staunchly Republican that they don't care. As long as there's a fucking warm butt in the seat.
She barely,
that's it.
Yeah, she barely won a purple seat, and now she's moving to a red one. That's the truth.
Here's some of her quotes on the dark money. Let's first why she switched districts, and I'm not going to do the voice.
Accent.
All right.
Do it in voice.
I cannot put into words how grateful because that's how she talks. I need to.
No, you cannot just do. Okay, you got to add.
I
The rules
cannot
of
put into
impersonation.
words how grateful I am for everyone who has steadfastly stood alongside me over the past year and beyond. I'm going to do everything in my power to represent the 3rd district well for the remainder. Oh, I switched those districts around. No, I didn't. Okay, the 3rd district well for the remainder of the term. As I work to earn the trust of grassroots conservative voters in the 4th district to represent them in 2025. I will not allow dark money that is directed at destroying me personally to steal this seat. It's not fair to the 3rd district and the conservatives there who have fought so hard for our victories. And then she goes on to say that the Hollywood, I'm coming for Hollywood when it's coming from Hollywood when you have Barbara Streisand. Oh yeah, you read it. Yeah. You do the funny voices better than I do, despite me being the professional voice actor, but it's fine. Can't do women.
It's coming from Hollywood when you have Barbara Streisand coming in and donating to the Democrat. When you have Ryan Reynolds coming in and donating to the Democrat.
It's always like a slur with them. Like anytime global warming. Elon Omar. Like, it's not a slur. You don't have to say it like that.
Cultural Marxism.
Cultural CRT. Like, and I know we always do a hick accent, but you know, when it comes from one certain part of the country, sometimes,
like I said, she has
from
a draw.
Texas. She's got a draw.
Yeah, we're allowed to. That's
we're allowed
true.
to.
I was born in Bedford, Texas, everyone. I'm allowed to make fun of people for fucking Southern accents. I haven't lived there for 30 years. I got the fuck out.
Well, good for you. Yeah, no, I wanted to. No way. I haven't lived here for 30. When was 1998? It's almost 30 years. Shit, 25.
Yeah, about 25 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But and again, when you hear hate speech coming out of that accent for so long and dumb things coming out of that accent for so long, you kind of default to it. So I'm sorry to all the leftist Southerners
it's really
out there.
Cool when you. In fact, it's a thing that we talk about people who don't have their draw anymore, whether they lost it or never had it, but live there. Like, to hear someone with a hard draw and then be like, "Holy shit, I agree with everything they said." Mm-hmm. It's awesome when you find a person like that. Like,
what's the guy on YouTube? It's like Johnny from the South. He's a left. I don't. That's not his name. I'll find.
There's like Southern leftist on Twitter, and there's a bunch of other people.
I'm thinking of. It's like Barry from the Boonies or something like that. That's his handle name on there. I was like, it's very creative, but I'll put if I find him, I'll put him in the description. Yeah. But again, the leftist guy.
The voice isn't like, oh, Southern equals stupid. We're saying this as Southerners.
Yes.
We're saying that, like, it seems like that voice seems to correlate quite often
with an area of the
with
country,
people that don't know what they're talking about in the area of the country that we're coming from.
But see, and then a Minnesota accent where they say, "Well, global warming is it's a complete hoax, and the Jewish space lasers are going to kill us all." Like that, they can say that.
You do a pretty good Minnesotan accent. That's actually one of your better ones.
Yes,
yeah,
thank you. Well, I can't. I don't know what Lauren's accent. I don't listen. Whenever I hear Lauren Boebert talk, I immediately shut her off. So I mostly don't know what she's saying. Oh, did we mention that she like
typical sexist Tim? Listen to a woman.
Oh no. Oh no, because I've listened to plenty of Marjorie Taylor Greene and I hate it. No, but we also totally forgot to mention the one thing I glossed over it on accident.
Typical white man. Brunettes get no action, but he's all about the blonde.
Wife is brunette. Look at this. No, we forgot to mention Lauren.
I have brunette hair. Yeah. I have so many brunette friends, Tim says.
Yeah. Like, I think, isn't it like 99% of the world or something? Oh, no, wait, that's 1% is ginger.
99%. Okay, stop and think. Have 99% of the people you've met had brown hair?
Yes. I'm going to, like Lauren, I'm just going to stick with the thing I said wrong. You know what? Fuck it. But no, we also forgot to mention the Beetlejuice thing. I mean, we kind of joked about it. Yeah. Beetlejuice. Oh shit. Oh no, he's gonna I do not want to get into this. I'm legit always slightly scared he's gonna pop up if it happens. Just like, multiverse is a weird place. He could just like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. If I know anything about the multiverse, is it's gonna happen the moment we at least expect it. Like, I know. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, Beetlejuice, and then he's gonna appear behind you.
Hey, how are you doing, everybody? Yeah. I mean, Alan Moore says he's talked to Constantine twice, so I don't know. But no, is she?
We're getting Beetlejuice too soon. I'm excited.
Oh, so. I can't wait. But I would love to see the musical, at least because, well, I'm not going to vape there or get a handy. But dude, like,
I'm not gonna lie, everyone. No, everybody is giving them shit about that.
It's a dumb thing.
This is typical white trash shit. This is shit that like that I definitely could have got. I wouldn't be in my 30s or 40s doing it, but like in my 20s, like if a girl like handed me a vape and started doing what she did, like I'm not gonna say no while I watch Beetlejuice. Like I will agree there are children there. That was the problem. That was the problem, not the hand job or the vaping. It was that there are kids in that audience, and you don't want them to accidentally see that shit. But like,
well, and still,
I don't
public,
give a
man.
fuck.
I like, one, you're not allowed to vape in a theater, but two, don't jack people up in a theater, man. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to see that.
Don't jack people off in the theater. Yeah. That is good advice.
Yeah. And he like was like honking her boobs and stuff like that too on the camera. Like, it's just
honking her boobs.
What else do you want me to call it?
You're still when you're 8 years old sometimes.
Like, that's what he did. I don't, grabbed there, groped,
fondling.
Okay, fondling.
Yeah, groping and fondling.
Yeah, groping and fondling sounds so much worse.
Can I get a hunk of those, man?
Groping and fondling sounds non-consensual. Honking feels.
Well, I think groping is non-consensual. Yeah, I think fondling is not because you're fond.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fine. I still like honking. But honk.
Just walk up to a lot of like, you want to honk later?
Probably be fine with that. But yeah, so in general, honest to God, everything that I've talked about here really doesn't disqualify this woman from being a congressperson, like at all. No. But she is bad. And with the specifics of her being bad, her anti-abortion, her racist stuff that she said of calling Ilhan Omar. Oh my God, I didn't even mention that part. What does it say on the Jihad Squad? That's what she called Ilhan and the rest of just the squad is what they're called. So referring to Ilhan Omar as a terrorist, calling them the Jihad Squad. You know, every crazy thing she says about abortion, about immigrants.
Ilhan Omar didn't count as being signed in because she used the Quran as opposed to the Bible when she did her swearing in. Like listen, the way I would put, like, you know, these episodes are just like kind of fun little secondary podcasts that Tim and I can talk shit about bad people instead of doing a bunch of research. But what I can tell you about her is like, she is a white trash messy bitch. And that is the best thing about her. Like, I love that she's a white trash messy bitch. One day I hope to have a white trash messy bitch queen as my fucking dom. I do so badly want it. But like,
He's available.
That's the best
Everybody
thing about
out
her.
there.
Like the shit that you're going to see regularly in the media of her being like, yeah, I hit the vape and was jerking out my boyfriend, which she does not admit to, but
No,
essentially
she didn't.
she admitted to it.
It's on tape. I've seen the video. Everybody saw the video.
That's
My God.
that's the fun stuff. That's content that we're going to talk about because, it's pretty funny. But like, the truth is she's horrible because she's a vehement racist and fascist.
Yeah. She really is like, and she's a vote. That's the other scary part. Like, and she's going to win again now that she switched districts. She pulled this shady shit and she's like, Colorado will have a Democrat, but they're still going to have another Republican. They're not going to lose 2 this time. And she, with her fashy fucking, ideals.
They may lose that district she just left to a Democrat.
Oh, they're going
nice.
100% going to, because she barely won it last time, but she's going to still be in office. We're not getting rid of her.
About elections. And I'm like, yo, do not count those chickens.
No, I'm not counting the chickens. I'm really not. The guy barely lost last time, and she's not going to be running against him anymore.
Votes, right?
Yeah, it was 567, I think is what I said. She is going to another
546.
We wanted to do this one this early, and I already planned this because I did not think she was going to win her primary, but then she went and switched districts, and now she's going to be around. I was like, oh, thank God, I can do a Lauren Boebert episode, get it over with. She's going to be gone, and by April I think it's April when Colorado's primary is, and then boom, it's over. She's not going to do that. She's going to be sticking around, and she's going to be voting. She's going to be pushing. She's going to be voting on bills. She's going to be writing bills. She's going to be around, and she's I cannot. I don't know how else to say that.
Much like her ex-husband's penis, she's going to keep popping up in inappropriate places.
Exactly,
and
getting
those
in
inappropriate
fights
places are the halls of Congress,
and voting with the hyper right wing. Even I would say I don't even think Marjorie has voted with the hyper right wing. She was at least trying to get Kevin McCarthy to stay there. Which
Marjorie
is crazy.
has moved more towards the establishment. I wouldn't say the center politically, but the establishment,
center of the Republicans.
The establishment, the establishment power. I mean, I think they're all pretty far right MAGA at this point, even the establishment. But she definitely moved to the establishment camp during the whole Kevin McCarthy debacle.
Yeah,
and Lauren Boebert is a right-wing rebel for sure. She's one of those people like Matt Gaetz that is going to burn this party down.
Oh, absolutely.
And because of that, I'm excited to see her future work. I really am. She's a vehement racist and ideologue, but you know what? She might destroy the entire Republican Party or be a factor in it, and I'm gonna like that.
The scarier part is that she could be a commander and the Gilead that comes after the Republican Party's control if Trump wins. If he wins in the election, that means she also probably won. And then you've got Aunt Lauren, cutting people's tongues out. That's the.
It's very likely she winds up in the.
It is.
I would argue it's very likely she'd wind up in the administration. He's looking for loyalists at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's scary.
She could
be the head of the Department of Education. People
something worse. She could be Secretary of State.
Lauren Boebert. No.
You don't think Donald Trump would hand out random positions to people he thought was loyal? You don't think he would? You don't think he will have a list day one of people, and he will just go down the line and pick random offices?
I think he's going to have a list that the Federalist Party gave him, like he had last time. Agreed. And Lauren Boebert's not going to be on that list.
He's not. But he's not going. I think he's going to pick and prune that Federalist list and then add in his own, because I think he is scared that last time, whether it was chief of staff or his lawyers or the Department of Justice, they weren't loyal to him.
Oh my God!
Yeah. He
Rex
feels like
Tillerson,
people
remember
betrayed
that guy?
him.
He was the Secretary of State for a while.
The head of ExxonMobil was the head of the Secretary of State.
ExxonMobil was the Secretary of State.
Really cool.
Jesus
and thought
Christ.
that Trump was too much for him, which is insane.
Trump went through a lot of people, and she may end up being one of them. I can see her now. Press secretary.
She could get Scaramucci'd so quick.
Scaramucci. Oh man, I loved that guy. He was fun. Not really. He's
that's a name that I'm gonna on my deathbed. I'm gonna be like Scaramucci, and everybody's gonna think it's a rosebud. I'm going senile. I'm the one person who remembers who Scaramucci is.
Lives. Yeah, Jefferson survives. Scaramucci survives.
Yeah. The mooch. Just
all right, this went off the rails because Lauren Boebert just sucks and she's a fascist. That's all you need to know, man. Oh man, I really hope she's not around. I really hope she loses her primary. So if you're in Colorado's 4th, get out and vote. Even if you're a Republican, just vote for the centrist Democrat because they're basically the same thing anyways. You either can have a fascist or you can have a centrist Democrat that's basically a Republican, won't lower your taxes.
You know what? I don't pick whoever you want, but primary her just for fun.
Send a Republican into primary her because she'll lose. Do you want Lauren Boebert, Colorado's 3rd, talking directly to you? Do you want Lauren Boebert representing you? No, you don't. Then find any other Republican that will beat her. Any other Republican will beat her. A Democrat probably won't, and maybe you don't want one. But again, as we've all learned on this show and on America the Conversation, Democrats are basically just centrist Republicans. So, pick your poison or pick Lauren Boebert, who will probably literally poison you and poison your rivers.
Literally will poison the water supply.
Yeah, she will literally probably poison the Colorado River just to fuck over Austin, because that's our water supply. So, whatever. All right. That's it. Thanks for listening. Subscribe on this channel. Follow the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And we're on the America the Conversation feed if you want to just listen to the audio onlys of these. And that's it. Subscribe to America the Podcast Presents. And please, for the love of God, get someone else other than Lauren Boebert. Unless Andrew, can you change her right now?
Give me your number.
Okay.
Somebody give me your number, audience. Work on it.
I guarantee you we could find it on the dark web in 5 minutes.
I can lay down that risk. I can be like,
just call it congressional hotline. Oh, we should prank call. No, that's a waste of. I think it's illegal to prank call the congressional hotline. Don't do that. Everybody, it's definitely a waste of government resources.
This is how the podcast ends.
Yeah, definitely don't do that at all. That was just a thought of pranking her office. Don't do that. But definitely call her office and tell her you don't like her. And that's it. I don't like Lauren Boebert. You don't like Lauren Boebert. Andrew thinks he can fix her. And that's all you need to know. Good night.
One second before we end it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. How are you, audience? Andrew's still waiting. Oh, God damn it. Beetlejuice showed up. Son of a bitch. All right, now we got to deal with Beetlejuice. All right, we'll see you next week. Or 2 weeks. I don't know, whatever. Oh, fuck, Beetlejuice is here now, too! Hey, buddy.
Hey.
All right, that's enough of our bad Beetlejuice impressions. Bye.
They're not sending their best. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us.
You've been listening to They're Not Sending Their Best with hosts Andrew Turner and Tim Phillippe. Any news sources mentioned in this episode are listed in the show notes. The theme song for They're Not Sending Their Best is Circus by Music for Videos and was procured through Pixabay before the final version was cobbled together by Timmy Two-Step using the terrible words of Donald J. Trump. They're Not Sending Their Best is mixed and edited by Tim Phillippe at Shway Media Studios in Austin, Texas. The show was created by Andrew Turner and Tim Phillippe and is a production of Shway Media and America the Podcast Presents. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com and americathepodcast.com. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.
This has been a production of Shway Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com.